G'day everyone, it is BS Radar time, hashtag BS Radar. I've got Jon Stern from Ringpin out of San Diego, California. G'day John, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Look, I'm sure most people who are tuning in now have seen this before, but if you haven't, basically what I do is I tap founders and leaders on the shoulder and I say, hey, how do you sniff out the BS from a candidate, someone you want to bring into your organization, in a job interview? And John, you've got a hot tip for us today. What do you got?
I don't know how much of a hot tip it will be for everyone else, but it's what I've used in a lot of interviews over the years. And what I like to do is kind of ask people about the transition between jobs. And a lot of times that can be uncomfortable for people to talk about, because sometimes it's a good story, sometimes it's not. And kind of drilling down on their motivations between, you know, what took them from one job to another really can tell me a lot about what drives that person. You know, if they're going to make excuses at each job, if they were a shorter stay, like, oh, it was all against me or whatever. Or, you know, if it's someone that was looking and each job change was upping their career or taking them to the next place. So I think like really asking them about why they made the changes in their career tells me about more motivations and what they are looking for as a person than necessarily the results that they had at that place. And someone would say, oh, they were capped commissions. And you're like, okay, well then you were at 100% of quota. And like, oh, no, you know, so why did capped commissions matter then or whatever? So I like doing that. And also you can see if someone's really being open and honest with you, because, you know, most of us have been fired at some point in our lives. And if someone's going to be honest about a challenging time or a failure that they had on their resume, I want to hear how they learned from that situation and what they might do differently. So it really gives someone an opportunity to be honest with you about their career path and see if their story makes sense on their resume, that they're always moving up or taking jobs that, you know, are improving their skills or teaching them something new. And maybe even they took a job, you know, at a smaller company or for less money or something like that. But as long as there's a story behind it, you can see what's motivating that person.
I love that. That's the first time. So well, obviously I've been doing this for about a year now, and everyone likes to talk about, you know, in this role, in that role, you know, what did you do? What were your projects? All that sort of stuff. But you're the first person to actually speak about, okay, well, let's talk about the transition from there to there. And it's really honed in on that. And you're right. Like, you're going to get the real human side to them. You're probably going to hit them off guard a little bit. But you'll get some real human, you know, and stuff goes wrong. I got sacked twice in a month at one point. My wife was pregnant with twins, so I get it. That's a really great tip. Awesome, John. Thank you. For anyone who's got any questions or feedback about this tip, just feel free to pop them down below. Probably, you know, good to have those stories ready, or just be ready to be real in your interview in case John's ever on the other side of the interviewing table from you. Thanks, John.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks a lot for having me.
Cheers.